Okay, let's take a look at exercise 23 from section 3.3. So we're asked to compute this division using synthetic division. So we have a fifth degree polynomial divided by x minus 2. So when we convert this to synthetic division, we have to think of this as x minus c. So if we have x minus 2, that means our c is equal to 2. So that's the number that we're going to be using in this position of the synthetic division. Now we need to put the coefficients of the numerator. In long division, this would be called the dividend, beside this setup that I've placed the c in, the 2. So the fifth degree polynomial always has to have 6 coefficients. So the coefficient of x to the fifth is 4. There is no x to the fourth term, so that coefficient is 0. The coefficient of x to the third is negative 4. The coefficient of x squared is 6. The coefficient of x is negative 5. And the coefficient of x to the 0, which is the constant coefficient, is 7. So if whatever the degree of my polynomial is, I should have the number of coefficients that I should have is 1 more than the degree. So the degree is 5, so I should have 6 coefficients here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so I am going to carry out the process of synthetic division here. All right, so let's continue with the process. So I bring down the 4. This is the process. Bring down the leading coefficient, multiply it by your c, add that product to the next coefficient. So 0 plus 8 is 8. Repeat the process. So multiply this sum times the c, add that to the next coefficient, and keep repeating the process. So c times 12 is 24. Add that to the next coefficient, and I get 30. C times 30 is 60. Add that to the next coefficient, and I get 55. C times 55 is 110. And so that result is 117. All right, so this is my remainder. 117 is my remainder. And then these numbers are the coefficients of my quotient. And so the quotient is going to be a degree less, when you're using, you can only use synthetic division if you are dividing by a linear divisor. So in other words, linear is a first degree polynomial. And so when you divide, you could think of this as, if I divided x into x to the fifth, I'm going to get x to the fourth. So you could simplify and think about it most simply in that way. So if I'm dividing x minus 2 into a fifth degree polynomial, the result is going to be a fourth degree polynomial. So the quotient here is 4x squared. 4x to the fourth plus 8x to the third plus 12x squared plus 30x plus 55 plus the remainder over the divisor. And that is synthetic division. And this is the result. So the result is always the quotient plus the remainder over the divisor. If the remainder is 0, 0 divided by x minus 2 will of course be 0. And so then you merely get the quotient when the remainder is 0.